Talking with Delaware Resource Group Superstar Athlete of the Week, Maddi Kamas, sophomore golfer from Kingfisher, Oklahoma, who took the individual title in the Kyle Blaser Invitational recently. And Maddi, cold day out there at Gaillardia that day. What went into your winning the individual title at the Kyle Blaser?
I really was focused on trying to stay warm. It was brutal, but I have played in those conditions before. I've played golf since I was 10. And being from here, I'm used to the wind, I'm used to the cold springs. Trying to stay warm was one of my biggest focuses, and by doing so, it kind of takes your mind off of golf, which I think helps me play better. And I like to take it hole by hole, shot by shot especially, which really makes a difference when conditions are tough.
You had 5 birdies in the final round, including a 25-footer on your last hole at 15. So how confident were you feeling on the back nine, and just what went into your performance there in the last part of the tournament?
Yeah, I was pretty confident. This season, I haven't been rolling in a lot of putts, but that tournament, I had seemed to have been rolling both days, rolling in a lot of putts. So I was really confident with my putting, and like I said, take it hole by hole, shot by shot. And so once I was standing over the last putt of the day, I just trusted it, and it rolled in, which was pretty exciting.
You had another title earlier in the year at the Missouri State Payne Stewart, which was the first time since 2014 that an OCU golfer had an individual title against an NCAA field. So what do you remember about that tournament? What went into your performance that day?
That was really exciting. I had played some of those girls at the other schools in junior golf, and I don't really treat tournaments any different. I kind of treat them all the same, whether or not the competition's better or not. I just like to play my game, hole by hole, shot by shot, and just play pretty confidently.
As a team, your squad has 5 tournament victories this season. What ingredients does this team have that have led to those victories?
I think this team, what makes us different is we're all very close. We have a lot of determination, a lot of grit. We started workouts in the morning, which was tough, but that, gets us ready for early mornings on the golf course, and we're all super competitive, which really, it kind of intertwines us. We don't really fight over each other, but it's just a really good environment together.
What was it that brought you to OCU?
I'm from Kingfisher, small town. Never been interested in a big school, so I love the small school here, the classes. Really wanted to go into business, and I knew we had a really good business school. And then, ultimately the team, just all the girls together.
So what is your major?
I'm a business administration major now.
All right. What kind of career plans do you have for yourself after college?
I really want to try to do business development through golf. Hopefully through the PGA Tour, but anywhere in the golf world would be awesome.
All right. That's Delaware Resource Group Superstar Athlete of the Week, Maddi Kamas. You can follow the stars on OCUsports.com. Here with women's golf coach Josh Gorzney, who has led the team to 2 wins since taking over as the head coach. And let's start with the most recent one, the Kyle Blaser Invitational. You got the win in that one. What were the keys to that tournament for you guys?
We've really played as a team. Some of our girls played better in the first round than the second, and then those who kind of didn't play as well in the first kind of came around in the second round for us, and it was really a big team effort. Maddi Kamas came out with the win. I think finished 5 shots ahead of second place. So it's nice to have a deep team that you're not relying on just 1 or 2 players. That we have that depth that you can count on in tournaments where certain members are maybe struggling certain rounds, but then they potentially could come back and play better in later rounds. So it's nice to have that as a coach, that reassurance that you got people willing to battle throughout and not give up or anything like that.
You talked about Maddi Kamas winning the individual title. What was she doing well throughout the tournament?
The week the week prior, I saw a lot of consistency just with her ball striking off the tee, and then her putting. She was working a lot on speed control out at Gaillardia. Since we're able to practice out there, she had the greens dialed in, and I think just the combination of putting herself in position off the tee and then not letting strokes get away with the 3 putts are huge, and then capitalizing on the birdie opportunities. So that's what I saw out of her.
You had 5 individuals that finished in the top 7 in the tournament. What does that say about the depth on your team?
Yeah, just anybody in our top 6 or 7 can really go out and win any given event. So it's just kind of who's trending in that right direction. So it just it helps the coach sleep at night, really, because you got that depth, and if certain people are trending this way, then other people are, might be on the upswing. But I mean, each and every one of those players you can count on in a tournament situation, and I mean that's what is going to lead you to tournament wins. But then getting into postseason, that's what you got to rely on, is the depth and everyone working hard until the end and not getting comfortable. So
tell us about Natalie Goff's first round hole-in-one on 4.
Yeah, that's her second one since I've been here. Our first round of qualifying out at Oklahoma City Golf and Country Club. All of a sudden I see a bunch of her teammates celebrating, and I didn't know what had happened, and they were going crazy. So I figured someone got a hole-in-one. Natalie put it in, and then I got a text during the tournament from her mom and just said that Natalie holed out again. So that was really cool to see her, have a hole-in-one, and I think that's her 4th one in her career. So that's really cool. I mean, I've met pros and really good amateurs who have never had one, so it's just a cool moment for anybody.
Earlier in March, you guys had a 7th place finish at the Bobby Nichols Intercollegiate. What went into that tournament for your team?
Yeah, that was a tough travel logistics getting over to just east of Knoxville, but it was a humbling experience. I think something that we kind of needed, kind of opened our eyes of what we needed to work on and how we struggle. So we had to work on what we need to do when the conditions aren't in our favor. The golf course may be a little longer. We're playing against tougher competition. It was a Division I field, and I liked how we battled. But 7th place finish is kind of deceiving because we're playing against competition that we don't normally play against, or even in the national tournament we won't play against most of those teams. So I mean, it was a humbling, you never like to see anybody struggle, and I think we struggled in that event, but it kind of opened our eyes and refocused us going into practice, and then we came to the Kyle Blaser and we almost won by 50 shots. So that's a huge confidence boost, and something I think we needed at that time.
Coming up in April, you guys have the Susie Maxwell Burning and then the conference championship. So how's the team coming into form, so to speak, here at the end of the season?
Yeah, we're right in the midst of it. We got Easter weekend coming up, but Lincoln Park West is another track that we have a lot of experience in with, and I think we're just kind of rolling with the confidence that we created at the Kyle Blaser at Gaillardia, and I think we'll do well. It's a smaller field, but we're just working on things that we have been: proximity to the hole, 2 putts, just getting in those situations in tournament rounds that you can't in practice. You know what I mean? And then we're down in Dallas, Fort Worth for conference, and we have 3 players from the Texas area. So I know all of them are looking forward to getting in that lineup to be at conference. So we're nearing the end, but we still got to keep at it. to just get that momentum going into conference and then nationals after that.
What do you look for in a prospective student athlete?
You know, that's a loaded question, but I like to see, you know, the competitive fire. I have a competitive background, not just golf, you know, basketball, other sports. So the work ethic is a big thing for me. I want to talk to their coaches, people that away from their coach or their family, just to see what kind of person they are and what kind of work ethic. Do they love the game, you know? So I like to see that. I like to see someone that's going to be easy to get along with teammates. In an individual sport, it's, you know, you get into situations where it's a tougher transition to be in a team environment. So we want to see personalities that will mesh well with their teammates, but also understand like it's a competition, and so it's a multifaceted, you know, set of variables that you look at when you're looking at recruits and talking with them and what their motivations are. And someone who has aspirations beyond college is kind of what I trend towards, trying to go professional. That's when you know that their motivation level won't deteriorate later on in their career. So that's kind of what I go towards.
All right, that's women's golf coach Josh Gorzney. You can follow the Stars on OCUsports.com.